So the Cowboys beat the New York Giants 40-37 in the first win of the season and the first win of Brian Schottenheimer's career. And ironically, the game showed both why they can be a playoff team and why they could very well end up with a losing record. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Mauricio Rodriguez here at ATOZ Sports Dallas, brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. By the way, George Pickens going for 68 yards and Wan'Dale Robinson having a monster game for the Giants gave us a big win on the Underdog Play of the Week. And let me just say, play just $5 and receive an additional $50 in funds using promo code ATOZ. But okay, let's talk about the game, and let's start right there. The Cowboys offense makes this look like a legitimate playoff contender, because what we saw on Sunday was confirmation of what George Pickens brings to the table for the Cowboys. We know about CeeDee Lamb. When he's not dropping passes like he did in week 1 and at least once on Sunday's win, he is one of the best receivers in the game. But a lot of the big plays that CeeDee Lamb had on this game were also a product of George Pickens drawing the attention of the secondary. One of the best plays this game from CeeDee is one where he's running a crosser and George Pickens is running a deep route that just takes the safety away with him. That scheme, that's also the respect that you earn as George Pickens. But not only that, in the biggest moments, Prescott had someone else to go to. George Pickens catching that 6-yard touchdown to go ahead late in the game. That is the kind of impact that you're looking for in Pickens. Because sure, he had 68 yards, but with the defensive pass interference, it could have been much more than that. With this too, the Cowboys have an elite passing offense as long as the protection up front holds up. But that's not it. And I think one of the most underrated parts of the Cowboys offense in the last couple of weeks is just how well they run the ball. Now, they don't have a Saquon Barkley. They don't have Derrick Henry or anything like that. But Javonte Williams is proving that he can be a number 1 running back. And the Cowboys are varied enough in their scheme to where they can generate explosive plays. We've seen power, we've seen counter, and all of that has worked for Dallas combined with the pre-snap motion that we talked about last week. It's just solid work from the offense. Right now, biggest question mark is at the offensive line. If that gets fixed, if Cooper Beebe is not hurt for the long term, if Tyler Guyton starts playing better, again, I don't know who stops this offense, really. Because keep in mind, the Giants might not be a great football team, but they do have top-tier edge rushers. And that's why you saw the Cowboys tackles stressed a lot on Sunday. Now, with all that being said, the Cowboys also showed you some of the ugly side of things, and that's on defense. Now, it is good the Cowboys got Jadeveon Clowney. The Cowboys needed another defensive end because when Matt Eberflus was rushing 4, there was no quarterback pressure. Russell Wilson was having a picnic in the pocket. Now you add Clowney into the mix. Pass rush should get better. Run defense should get better, but that doesn't fix all of the issues for this Cowboys defense. Because if you saw what I saw, man, those busted coverages were an issue on Sunday. Matt Eberflus likes to run zone coverages, and that's what the Cowboys did week 2. They paid for it because at times it looked like they didn't know where they were supposed to be. It looked like they didn't know what the assignments were. There was one play where Kaiir Elam just plays some kind of cloud coverage, hitting the receiver at the line of scrimmage, and then doesn't gain any sort of depth, and there is no safety behind him. In a Wan'Dale Robinson touchdown, it looks like Trevon Diggs does nothing, but it's Donovan Wilson's zone, actually. It just looked bad, and then there were a lot of 3rd and short, 4th and short reps where the Cowboys were playing 7 yards of coverage. And of course, they were getting killed for it. It just looked like a poorly coached unit and a unit that also lacks some talent. I don't know how Matt Eberflus fixes that. I don't think Jadeveon Clowney does it for you, but it's got to get better quickly. Otherwise, the Cowboys offense can put up 40 points on the board. But even if you're playing against Russell Wilson, who has not been the same in years, he can put 500 yards of total offense on you. Listen, if this first win of the season told me anything, it was that this is going to be a wild ride for the 2025 Cowboys. It was fun. It was good on a lot of fronts, but it's got to get better or the Cowboys are not going to be in the playoffs. Let me know what you think in the comments below and stay tuned for more Cowboys content.